as long-range weapons become the new focus of modern wars, the conversation is no longer just limited to Ukraine. It now extends to Ukraine's allies as well, especially in Europe. Does Europe itself have the long-range strike capabilities it needs? How many such weapons do NATO's European members possess? And is it enough to defend themselves if a direct war with Russia ever breaks out? Let's break it down for you in the next few minutes. Just days ago, a top US Army general warned NATO, and I'm quoting him here, the Russian army is bigger today than when it started the war in Ukraine, and they will continue investing in long-range rockets, missiles, and sophisticated air defenses. More alliance capability is really important, unquote. Now, this is a quote from Major General John Rafferty, speaking to Reuters from a US base in Wiesbaden, Germany. He said that Russia's effective use of long-range missiles in Ukraine has perhaps convinced Western militaries of their shared importance in a bid to destroy command centers, transportation hubs, and missile launchers far behind enemy lines. Rafferty has just completed his assignment commanding the US Army's 56th Artillery Command in Germany. This command is preparing for the temporary deployment of American long-range missiles in Europe from 2026. But the question is, will these deployments go ahead under Trump? I ask this because the deal was signed under former US President Joe Biden. The deal signed under Biden included Tomahawk missiles, which has a range of 1,800 kilometers, and the Dark Eagle hypersonic missiles that is under development as of now, having a range of 3,000 kilometers. Of course, Russia has criticized the planned deployment of long-range US missiles in Germany, calling it a serious threat to its national security. That's what Russia has said. Moscow has been vocal about this. It has also, on several occasions, dismissed NATO's concerns that it could attack an alliance member and has instead cited NATO expansion as one of its reasons for invading Ukraine in 2022. Still, NATO as of now remains worried because despite Western sanctions, despite Ukraine receiving billions worth of weapons, Russia has kept its war machinery running and is still advancing in eastern Ukraine. Just 2 days ago, French President Emmanuel Macron called for a stronger Europe, saying, and I'm quoting Macron here, to be free in this world, you must be feared, and to be feared, you must be powerful, unquote. Fabian Hoffman, a missile specialist at Oslo University, estimates that the US provides around 90% of NATO's long-range missile capabilities. He told news agency Reuters, and I quote him here, long-range strike capabilities are crucial in modern warfare. Not having them puts you at an immediate disadvantage, unquote. And Europe as of now knows, it's aware about its weaknesses. Under pressure from Trump, many European nations are increasing defense spending, but the reality remains European air-launched cruise missiles like the British Storm Shadow, French Scalp and German Taurus only have ranges of a few hundred kilometers. France's naval cruise missile MDCN can travel over 1,000 kilometers. In comparison, Russia's missile arsenal is one of the most advanced and diverse in the world. With hypersonic weapons already operational, and just for comparison here between the weapons with NATO and Russia, here's how Russia's missile arsenal stacks up against NATO. Russia fields hypersonic weapons like Kinzhal and Zircon, alongside its Iskander and Caliber missiles, with ranges stretching up to 2,500 kilometers. In comparison, Europe's longest range missiles barely crosses 1,000 kilometers. And the long-range strike capability that NATO does have is all thanks to the United States of America, as most long-range missiles belong to the US. Take a look at this map on your screens right now. It shows where US bases are located in Europe. And it also shows that Europe's security umbrella is propped up by the United States of America. From Ramstein to Avignon and Wiesbaden, US bases across Europe host all these important assets. And there are several more bases as well. But as you can see, without US support, Europe's strike reach is severely limited. So the question remains, without the US, is Europe virtually unarmed? And even with their existing stocks, would they have enough to inflict real damage on Russia if a direct war breaks out?